With less than 120,000.
Hello, Twitch and YouTube and everyone else here.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Good evening? Question mark? Morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you.
Oh no, it's after late afternoon / evening for everyone.
I don't know. There's another side of the world.
Oh, boo.
Maybe for us three.
Yes. No, because we have one person in Central, one person in Eastern, one person in the Pacific right now. Yeah. So. So yeah.
Anyways.
Looking forward to today. I will preface this ahead of time. Arena's probably not going to be talking a whole lot this session until we get to the necessary evils that we need to get to.
Okay, so. Good. Because, like, I know there was more than just, like, the play group that was concerned about Irina's lack of dialogue in the previous session, so...
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It happened to that point, and it's like, yeah. It's all good. Oh, by the way, I have a dumb joke for you, Ashley. Since it is June.
Oh no.
Do you know why Vegeta's favorite month is June?
Because he's prideful?
And it's Pride Month. I say it, pride!
In case I didn't say it last time, happy Pride, everyone.
Mm-hmm. And also prior Juneteenth, which applies to me and me alone because I have my wife and my daughter that celebrate that. And
I
that's it.
wouldn't say it applies to just you, but
Well, I mean,
we're not going into this. Hello, Brad. It's B-Rad.
for me,
Hey guys.
how's
Hello.
everybody?
Howdy.
All right.
Doing good. I will say I absolutely do not recommend fungal infections. They are the worst.
You mean keeping with those antifungals?
Yes, I have been. Only been
Good.
on them for like 3 days, but yeah.
Yeah, well, 3 days more than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me antifungals and a steroid cream and a sleep aid. And the sleep aid works too well, just like literally every other sleep aid I've ever taken. Knocked me out for like 16 hours. I was mad as hell about it too. I was like, where did my day go? How's your day been, Brad?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Happy I have blackout blinds at in my office now. It is about a good 15 degrees cooler.
So, here recently I've been talking with ChatGPT about roleplay characters, and I've been procrastinating talking about Althea with ChatGPT, because I know it's going to be a long conversation. I'm going to have to repeat myself several times.
Like your Delismere conversation wasn't long?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. The Listener's conversation was a long one.
Hello.
Anyway, I was really impressed that that Chat GPT could tell when you were trying to explain the wrong module to it.
Yeah, I was really impressed about that too.
Hi, Angie.
I was like, hey, do you know which module this is? And it's like, oh, do you mean this one? And I was like, no, the other one. Oh, do you mean this one? Yeah!
Yeah, she mixed up Storm King's Thunder with Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Both
And
happened.
she like had the titles mixed too. It was like
Rhyme of the
So-
Thunder King.
Rime of the Storm King or something like that. I think is
That's
what she put.
Rhyme of, Rhyme
And
of the
the
Frost
Chat
Maiden.
GPT figured it and said, "Is it this?" He goes, "No." Oh, then you must mean this.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
that's
amazing.
always going to be the module that I failed, where we TPK'd and didn't finish it.
Ah, fair enough. Hi, Rosie.
Hi.
Jeff's gonna be sad. He's gonna miss killing a bunch of undead today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're missing Jeff again today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
jealous. I'm jealous of him.
I bet you are. Going
He's
fucking
out
back
hiking and you're stuck here.
Yeah.
I am so the opposite of jealous. That is absolutely not for me at all. Nope.
We did a little bit of it in the hills in Colorado, but not a lot.
Yeah,
You know-
not like that. We did not rough it.
Oh,
Mm.
and I guarantee you from what little conversations I've had with Jeff about this, he does not go to the level I go to either. So
Hmm.
I
You only
really,
got another month before you can go hiking.
I really want to go. So, growing up with the Boy Scouts, we did a lot of like backpacking trips, which most Boy Scout troops would do camping trips, but not all of them do backpacking trips, which are completely different.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I want to go on another backpacking trip, but I no longer possess the equipment nor the funds to supply the trip. nor do I have people that I want to go on that kind of trip with. And I know going by myself would be detrimental to my mental health.
Yeah, that's really unsafe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had a
Yeah.
friend really got hurt badly doing that by himself.
it's something that I really want to do again, because like I really enjoyed it. But so
No.
maybe one day in the future, Brandon and Jeff and I can go like backpacking or something.
All you have to do
I'd
is
be happy
figure out
to
how to.
meet up with you guys at the campfire later, but just I cannot do the hiking part. No, thank you.
All you
I
have to
would
do is
want to do it, but yeah, wheelchairs aren't really. They don't cooperate on that.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I think I was trying to say, yeah, all you have to do is make it out to California.
There you go.
Isn't that the goal
And
though?
I've got plenty of spare gear, so
Perfect. There you go. There you go. There's a lot of mountains.
So my
like
favorite
mountains and exploring. It's just the physical taxing on that. You know what I mean? That I can't handle.
my favorite like backpacking setup. One, I think that external frame backpacks are better than internal frames. They're lighter weight. And two, we did what we called hammock camping. We had winterized hammocks that we would use, and it was actually lighter equipment than tents.
Mhm.
So
I actually do what's called ultralight packing.
oh no!
and
Oh
fast
no!
packing. So like I have an internal frame backpack that's probably the lightest backpack you can get that has a frame of any sort.
Oh.
And my tent is like a few ounces total.
Jeez.
I have always had the greatest admiration and respect for those that can do ultralight backpacking. At the same time, I do not have the patience. There are some like quality of life things that I have to have. So
It's it took me a while to get used to. It was more of I had to do it than anything else.
that's fair.
Because my wife broke her back many years ago now.
Oh,
And so she can't carry much weight. And so it's like, okay, well, I got to carry both of our stuff. So guess what? We're gonna figure out this ultralight thing.
There you go. See that right there. That's a good husband. Not only saving money, but also helping out his wife. Yeah.
I wasn't. No, I'm not. Ultralight is not saving money necessarily.
no.
I mean,
Okay.
you can, but
Over the long term, it saves you money, but it's in the short term, it's just hard.
Mhm. True.
So
We
I mean,
have
the good-
bears.
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
have a couple of
California and
types of
Colorado
bears.
have bears.
Yeah.
don't worry
We
about
don't have
California
bears.
The only thing you
California
need to
bears
worry
are
about
great.
California bears is that they want to eat your food, but as long as you're paying attention,
your
they won't
head.
come near you.
'Cause, like
Black bears.
that's
It's
the
black
one
bears.
I will always remember as the guy that woke up to being dragged by his head out of his tent, and that's the guy that lived. Like, ugh.
That was a grizzly bear, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
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 they'll do it.
Grizzly bears will actually approach people and
Don't
hurt
care.
them. Black bears will mostly not approach people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they do start approaching people, all you have to do is stand up, start getting loud, and they will walk away or run
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. It's that joke sign but I remember it.
Yes, and they look beautiful hung up on the wall.
I I personally don't know which is more terrifying, bears or cougars.
Cougars.
I'm not afraid of a
you
cougar.
if you see the cougar, be very, very afraid.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because cougars do not like being seen until they are on top of you.
Yep.
Usually they will not bother an adult.
That is
That is
not
that is
true.
true. Well, no, they usually won't. But when they do,
I-
there's something very wrong, and you're in serious trouble.
Like, yeah, they're probably desperate if they do, and
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
good.
hmm
But like, if you're like sitting down and you see one out of the corner of your eye and you stand up, a lot of times it will realize and go away.
Yeah. The biggest thing I learned from my dad, because he did a lot of backpacking and everything, is that you can at least back up, and most likely a lot of times a cougar is going to be protecting their territory due to the fact that it's got little kittens around and shit like that, and
Mhm.
it'll scare the shit out of you most of the time. It's not going to attack you unless you like don't back the fuck up and
Mhm.
turn your fucking back to it. A bear will just come. He's going to rush you down, and he's going to do his thing. And there is nothing you can do to stop it.
Do not fucking play dead
What was a
Yeah.
grizzly bear?
with any bear. Don't play dead. That's bad advice.
You got to go to field position, protect your fucking organs and the back of your neck, and that's it. That's the only thing you can do. And
I'm
even
hearing I
then,
need to throw bears at you guys in the next low level game.
hey,
No.
you already threw bears.
Yes, I like that sign that you posted, Angie. That's exactly
Yeah.
how life is. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
So anyway, yeah, there are no grizzly bears in California, so we don't worry about bears.
Speaking
Except
of
that black bears will open your car door, no matter how locked and rolled up and secure it is, and grab whatever food you have in your car. So
speaking
Yeah.
of low level encounters, I saw this thing on TikTok, and I think I sent it to you, Brad.
You send me lots of things.
I do. I send you a lot of
All
things.
D&D related.
All of them are D&D related. It's the only thing I know that
send
you
you my
like is
stuff.
D&D, so the only thing I know about you here, mysterious hooded figure on the internet.
Hey,
I know he
that
likes
he's
to
into
be on
fighting
Genesis
games,
Evangelion.
and he's into fighting games, and Manon is bae for him.
But no, a low level encounter I saw on TikTok. The party enters a tavern, and they go up to the tavern keeper to order food or whatnot, and the tavern keeper just sighs, pulls out this big ass book, and says, "Age and species." And basically,
Oh, yeah, to verify if they're of drinking age.
exactly.
Yeah. Goblins, 6 months. Okay, got it.
Check.
They're adults at 8, not 6 months.
I'm kidding. Oh man, it's almost that time.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before we get started here, I will take this opportunity to give you guys the early notice that we will not have a game the first Thursday of August, which is August 3rd. This is when I will be in Vegas this year.
Oh, that's
Okay.
perfect timing, anyways, because that's when my daughter's birthday week is. So
That's when my
Oh.
son's birthday week is too. Oh wait, no, it's a month
Fantastic.
later,
Mazel tov.
I'm
September.
the 5 or 6 weeks following that, I will not be around.
Is when you're
Oh
going on your
my
hiking
God.
trip?
Yes.
Okay.
So, we're gonna be streaming for my birthday the week prior.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, the 27th is my birthday.
Nice.
Okay.
E.
Nice. I'm guessing you're going to Evo this year again?
Yeah.
Knew it. I'll probably if I can, I'll probably go ahead and try to get you that t-shirt and send it out to you so that way you can have the Wake Up Super t-shirt.
It'll go great with my "Please God, don't let me go 0-2" shirt.
Scott told me go 0-2. Give him. I think I have a t-shirt that says "Give him the Okie."
All right, are we ready?
I believe we're ready.
Yes.
I should probably
Yeah.
stream the recap, shouldn't I? It might be
well.
Oh,
helpful.
I didn't get to listen to it yet, so yeah.
So, here we go.
Oh no, where am I? Shoot. Okay, there we go.
Late at night, Katya goes to sit by her open window to watch the night sky and speak with her parents. Hi, Mom and Dad. A lot has happened lately, and I wish you were still here so I could tell you both everything. I don't know if Dad can actually hear me due to his soul still being trapped, but I'm hoping he can hear me too. I am now without a patron and goddess. I found myself in an encounter with a form of Lord Strahd, but it quickly became a confrontation. He informed me that I was now the Red Matron, and that I would be intended to marry the next school lord, so Uncle can have his alliance. But, I refuse to be a pawn in this game that Uncle is playing. So I did what any normal person would do, and I told Strahd to fuck off. Leaving my position as his blood knight and refusing the title of the Red Matron obviously enraged him. So he unraveled an agreement that him and I had made that helped me not kill Joyblade. I did tell Joyblade of this, and he was so understanding and loving. He actually surprised me by proposing to me. I said yes, and I have the faith that if I can break an oath with Strahd, then we can get through this. Interestingly, he did present me with a tempting offer of becoming a follower of his father, who seems to be really powerful. I really think you both love him just as much as I do. But enough about me. Two of my friends are also engaged, and they both had encounters with their own fiancés. Althea and Prince Paizeros reunited after we returned from our battle with the mummies. That quickly became a heated argument, though. Paizeros was merely concerned and scared about her being hurt, and I don't think she had realized the gravity of his feelings. This all resulted in Althea being kicked out of their room in less than acceptable fashion for a princess. They were able to resolve that conflict, though, the next morning. Then there's Briar, who had her own encounter with Grimsnarl, who arrived in a rather pompous fashion to see her. He explained the feelings that he has for her, and then followed that up with details of the dowry her Uncle Auric arranged. It was all quite over the top, but the detail that mattered most is that the alliance with the Baba Yaga and the goblins has been formed. News is they're even forming their army as we speak to prepare for the battle. Before all that, though, Joyblade had been on a solo mission retrieving information while we fought the mummies, and he ended up finding wanted posters for both Avon and Ari. During said mission, he also had received a note for Ari. The note was from his friend Guillaume asking to meet, so they could parlay over his warrant. Erina took a bird's eye view, and mousy little Briar went inside his pocket, and he went to go and meet them. This guy, though, he wasted no time immediately addressing Ari being godless. Ari explained how it happened and told him that he never intended to be godless. Guillaume then presented him an offer to turn himself in, be cleansed, and swore to a new god, which Ari obviously refused. I can now say I understand how Ari has felt being godless and walking away from everything that he once believed in. But, everything's gonna be fine, right?
Everything's gonna be fine, right? Right?
Of course it
I
is.
I don't like the way you responded.
I don't like that nobody responded, and then there was that response.
All right. Are we ready to play some D&D?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I got sweet tea,
We're-
I got low main,
Total
I'm good.
12. No, we're at level 11, right?
Should be 11, I believe. Yeah.
We're
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm confusing games. Okay.
Oh shoot.
All right.
Now recording.
Hello.
Bearbot!
Hiya, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Fantastic. All right. Before we jump immediately into the game, Brian, would you be so kind as to read our little newsreel that happened between games? You have a much better newscaster voice than I do.
Do you want me to go like Night?
I want the
20s style?
Alistair voice, please.
Hold on.
Deal-
give me a
Dealer's
second.
choice.
Give me a second. I have voice mod. I'm doing this like good style. 'Cause I've done this before.
I don't know why this makes me so happy every time. Laura, thanks for letting me know you guys can actually hear me this time. I still need to upload last week's episode, so... Brian? Did you die? I know it's a demonic voice, but you don't have to actually go to hell for it.
No. It's installing an update.
Oh,
Oh, well, you have to do it without
yeah,
it.
just do it without
I
it
hate when
this
that
time.
happens, yeah.
Soundboard's up, so I got it. Hold on.
What? Yeah, Brian, I don't think it's working. We'll have to test it next time before use. Right.
Okay, you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yep.
It's not working, so
That's fucking weird. I don't know why that's.
just do it without it. We'll do it next time.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let me. Switch.
Good on the eyes. Curitas, your eyes do not deceive you, as the rumors are true. As of this morning, a sizable horde of goblins and goblinkin have amassed on the borders of our fair city of Zurbeck. Currently, the foul monsters are creating a blockade, cutting off the Great Northern Road, leaving us cut off from any potential aid. Meanwhile, the eastern and southern borders are still besieged by the dark forces of the Baba Yaga. It was thought that the defeat of her forces by the Winter Warriors had taught the cowardly witch that Zobek would not yield to her wickedness. But now it seems that she has forged a dark pact and conjured forth the army of goblins we find assailing us today.
Wow.
Brad needs to do longer, like, news segments.
Sometimes they're tricky to write. Sometimes I just sit there staring at the screen for a while.
Aww.
I understand that.
That's fair.
It's not just simple enough to write after. Also write it, figure out a way that you can make it sensational and scandalous, and figure out how to fill the space up too. And sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's quite easy.
When in doubt, use ChatGPT.
Maybe next time we'll try that. We'll see what it gives me. Anyway, let's get started. We're gonna pick up right where we left off last time, over here in that little inn. Ari, you have just gotten up and are walking out, leaving Guillaume there sitting. As you do, unbeknownst to you, little mouse hops out of your pocket as you head out the front door. Angie?
Sure. Yes. I guess I will wait a second for them to go, and I'm gonna actually watch him for a second before I change to see if he is immediately doing anything, or if he is like at all looking upset or anything.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. I even brought up my character sheet.
Ooh, fancy that.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought I was the only one that didn't do that.
19. Very nice.
That's
You've been around paladins for a decent amount, so you see that when he sits there and Ari leaves, and he's sitting at the table with his fingers interlaced on top of it, eyes kind of closed, head tilted back just a little bit. See his lips kind of muttering something. He's a typical stance for a paladin, giving off a little prayer and stealing themselves. You're not getting a whole lot out of him, but it's not nothing either.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and transform back to myself then.
Mm-hmm. You
And
come up to the
cross my
table.
arms and stare at him. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you come up to the table just as he's like flagging down a waiter for the check, and he sees you staring at him. Oh, Miss Breyer, yes. Forgive me, I haven't seen you in quite some time. He's gauging you, trying to figure out, what your stance is in all this, and he kind of stands and goes to gestures to the chair. Did you get a sit?
Yeah.
He pulls a chair out for you.
I will take it. Sit down.
Sits down
How
across
well
from you.
I don't know him that well, do I?
Not that well. You know him by association with Ari mostly, and a bit through reputation.
Yeah.
You haven't interacted. You've
What
never
is his
interacted really
reputation?
one-on-one. You've kind of been visiting with Ari and kind of like a hi kind of thing.
What is his reputation?
Reputation is kind of the opposite of Ari, a model squire. A straight arrow type, always follows the rules.
Uh-huh. I wanted to ask you about some things, she says.
He
And I'll
goes,
order a drink.
order a drink. Comes over, is quickly sat down to you, goes, by all means.
You worship Helm, right?
I do.
What kind of oath did you swear?
I swore an oath to bring judgment to his enemies and those that would prey on the innocent.
Okay.
Or more specifics, yes, but you will forgive me if I do not want to get into the particulars.
No. Just, who are Helm's enemies?
Helm has various enemies. Typically, we've mostly focused upon the undead aberrations and
Yeah, those are
monsters that
good things to focus
feed
on.
on things.
Yeah, the vampires and ghouls have been doing a lot of damage, especially down in Jost. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's full of vampires.
I had not heard about such a thing as vampires. I know there was some altercation there while I was in town some time ago. Rumors were that were vampires, but of course, there were no bodies left to retrieve. And we,
So
of course, left inquiries with the local chapter of. Was it Athena? Is the temple there, right?
Sif,
Sif was the temple there, right?
yeah,
We left inquiries with the local chapter at the Temple of Sif, and of course availed ourselves to aid if they should need it. But
good.
it is vaguely outside of our territory, and to step into another
Yeah,
order's area like that. You
but
understand?
you're here.
I am here
If it, I don't understand.
don't
If it's
understand what.
outside of your territory, you just
To involve ourselves in matters that are not directly within ours. I'm here, you know, dealing with a matter that does directly involve us and our purview.
um. So is Ari an enemy of Helm?
You see, he pauses and ponders that statement for a moment.
You know he doesn't prey on the innocent. You do know that.
I would hope so. But is it not preying on the innocent to avail yourself and present yourself as a prophet to being some sort of divine being that can answer the prayers of anybody who asks of him?
He's really been going around claiming that. He's kept that pretty quiet.
That's not what I've heard as I've been following his trail. There are a number of inns that tell me there was someone speaking quite vehemently that Ari could hear their prayers and would do all he could to aid them.
He can. I can prove it.
I require no proof on this, Miss Breyer.
He is helping people.
He is. He is also causing problems and potentially could destabilize quite a bit of our world.
I feel
Your
like our
mother
world has.
once stood against such a possibility of something that was technically not wrong, but would cause great harm if it came to pass. Didn't she?
She. I'm not my mom. I
I did. He like raises his hands. I did not say you were your mom. I'm simply trying to
no.
find common ground here.
No. I'm trying to think what thing you're actually talking about.
He's
And it,
actually talking about the. Or are you asking as a player or as a character?
as character, because I wouldn't have described her like thing with her artifact quite the way he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she stopped the reproduction of that artifact.
The one that could have caused untold repercussions if it got out. Even though, according to her entire belief system, this was something to be done, knowledge to be shared with all, not hidden away. But your mother understood that there are some things more important than the promises that we have made. Ari may not be preying upon the innocent directly, but what he represents, someone who does things that are not supposed to be done, threatens to unravel all the belief systems we have within the gods, and that could have untold repercussions.
How do you know it's not supposed to be done?
If we do not believe that the gods answer our prayers, if we simply believe we need pray in general to nothing specific, to not ask of things if we do not have this belief of them. The gods will fade, and without the gods, the planes will come under disrepair. They will crash together. They will fall apart. We will lose any protections they offer us from the beings of the other sides.
So are you worried that he him doing what he's doing will make people decide they don't need the gods anymore?
That is a concern. There is also a concern, and he pauses at this when he starts to say something. He goes, "I do not know if I can trust you with this, Miss Breyer. You are the daughter of your mother. You pray to no god. You hold no allegiances to the divine. But
No,
what
I respect the gods. I don't serve them directly, but I mean I still pray to Sylvanas once in a while, and I mean I not I don't get power from Sylvanas, but
roll me just a flat charisma check."
okay. That's not her best skill. Although it's not as terrible as it used to be. Huh?
16.
That's actually pretty good for her.
See, he kind of scratches at his chin for a moment. He goes, "The
Sylvanas is who my father worships.
right, the bigger concern here might be that Ari draws from a divine source without a god acting as an intermediary. Right? We can both agree on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Concern is that him doing so could possibly lead to him drawing from it unrestrained. It could cause him harm, could cause harm to those around him. Who knows what happens if he draws and nothing filters what he draws and it just comes flooding in all at once? What happens then? Maybe he explodes, maybe he implodes, maybe he achieves apotheosis. And that is
Would that
something
be
that absolutely cannot be let out, that it is possible to do in such a way.
so? What if Ari was maybe answering prayers quietly and not really taking credit?
No, that's
Would
that's
that
the that's the first
not?
concern. We're over here in the second concern of what happens if he draws forth and it becomes a danger to himself. First concern is yes, we'd be worried about if he wasn't drawing so much attention to himself and was maybe not running around telling everybody what he was. Maybe we could work something out. I could have more to work with, but Ari's also incredibly stubborn and won't answer to anybody else other than himself.
I know. He lived with my family for a while. He's like a brother. So I know. um, he's with friends. We are looking out for him.
That you should be concerned for what might happen to him should he continue this route. I'm not mentioning that as a threat. I mentioned to you in my concern of the second possibility.
I believe you, but maybe you could trust us to look out for him and for anyone else and keep him from hurting anyone.
If it were so easy, Lady Briar, but I
It
have
might
my
be.
orders.
You have your orders, but my mom also has the ear of one of your bosses.
Your mom would understand the concerns of what might happen with him. And this is something I must tell you is not going to be rectified in such a manner. If you were given an order by your superior, would you stand down if I told you my friends will be fine? We'll keep an eye on it.
It depends.
Mm.
Probably not. I'm pretty well locked in there. But there have been things that I've thought of that if she had ordered me to do them, I wouldn't have.
The only offer
But
I can put on the table, Miss Breyer, is that Ari come with me peacefully and quietly. There's more that myself and even your mother could do if it were that way. If I must take him in by force, no one is going to be able to speak for him in any way.
that would be a bad idea. And no,
He,
this isn't a threat again, but let's say we fight it out because that, he would defend himself and we would help him. But let's say you win. There are diplomatic issues that you might not want to mess up here.
there are no
You realize
diplomatic issues here that would stand in the way of us delivering judgment to a paladin who once took our vows of squireship and then used the things he learned from us to do something unspeakable.
his allies include the Winter Court.
And some of us may include the Winter Court. The Winter Court, we do not belong to such a court, and such a court would have to respect our own vows and our own rules of things.
Because Fae totally do that.
Well, then they'll come for me one way or another, won't they?
What if it's bigger than you? That's what I'm saying. I don't want a war to start over this.
Then have him come in. Have him come in peacefully, so we can settle this quietly with negotiations, with diplomacy. If
Well,
not, then
sure.
everything you have said will come to pass. We will come to blows.
No.
We will have to fight.
You're thinking worst case scenario. You could be fighting vampires in Jost and liberating those people. You could be going after things that are actively preying on the innocent. Instead, you're chasing someone that, as of yet, isn't a problem. He could be, but he's not yet.
He
Right?
slams his gauntleted fist down onto the table. You hear it crack. If I wait for it to be a problem, it will be too late.
She gets up. Well, I tried. You're wrong, and in my opinion, you're neglecting the things that Helm would prefer you to do. And she turns her back on him and starts walking away. Trying to get the last word. Not sure she will, but sorry.
He just shakes his head as you walk away. You get the last word and you head out the door.
All right. And she'll go try to either find everybody or she'll probably just head back to where we're staying because they probably didn't notice I'm gone since I was a mouse.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. You guys meet back up over at your inn. Any other last minute things you guys want to do before you head over to see Farah about the portal into the Underworld? That's the last bit, and then we're gonna jump over to the next section. So any other last minute things you guys want to do here in the town?
I think all of our town business was taken care of. Althea is going to send a pixie asking her father to meet them in the Shadow Paths.
Oh, the portal won't take you through the Shadow Paths.
Oh. She asked to see her father soon. So.
Okay.
I think Katya would just go shopping while all of this is going on.
Okay. Katya want to go shopping. Okay. Thea sends Pixie off the note saying she needs to speak to her dad. Katya, you go heading off to go do some shopping. What are we looking for?
She just wants to completely change up her outfit and get a new cloak.
Okay. Cool. Irina, are you following her? Are they going with her, or are you like following from a discreet, up in the air kind of thing, keeping watch on her?
Falling from a distance.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If she doesn't find anything, Irina is willing to give her the cloak of first snow.
Okay.
So, because I have stuff now that allows me to just negate what that magic item does. So, if you don't find anything,
All right, Katya, give me let's call it an investigation check. Let's see what you can find.
Okie dokie.
12. Not a whole lot great here. This is a desert town, so their cloakwear is very much more function than fashion, something you're not really used to. So kind of drab. The fabrics, you know, sturdy and reliable, but it's not soft and fashionable. It's like nothing really here is really working. To clarify a point, I want to make sure I remember. You forsook the goddess when you told Strahd to fuck off as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, that's all. Want to make sure. As you're going through doing your cloaks, and you're like holding them up, looking how they look on you in the mirror, you go to brush your hair away, and that lock of hair comes off in your hand.
Oh my god. I was just thinking that I was gonna change her hairstyle up too. Fuck. She's gonna try not to make it look like she's panicking, but she'll she'll throw it into her bag and hope nobody else has noticed.
Throw that back in your bag, kind of glance around, make sure nobody else is looking at it, get closer to the mirror so you see what's going. You've kind of got the shave side look kind of going in your hair right now. But more important than that, your nose is just a little bit pointier, just a little bit longer. Your ears just a little spikier at the tips.
What the fuck is happening to me? You know what? I think that she's gonna abandon this shopping mission and just run back to the inn and lock herself in the room for now.
Cool. Arena, you would see Katya just come. Did you walk? Did you bolt back to the inn? How'd you go?
She's bolting.
Okay, you see Katya full sprinting across the streets back to the inn.
I easily keep up with her.
Okay.
I can see that she's heading up to her room, and I know where it's at, and I'm just gonna kind of swing around to the window and kind of like, the fuck's going on? As she knocks on your window.
Also, real quick, Katya, as you get back into the room, you see that Joyblade left you a note saying he would catch up with you guys shortly, but he had gone off to speak to someone he hopes will be able to help you with your problem.
Okay. Yeah, she'll pick up that note. She'll keep onto it, but upon Erina's just knocking on the window, she's gonna kind of jump and try to peer over. And when she sees that it's Erina, she'll just say, "Now's not a good time."
Boss, I never seen you go ahead and get away from a good deal. What the fuck's going on? Let me in so I'm not hanging on the side of a fucking awning.
Yeah, she'll open the window and let her in.
What's going
on? She'll notice that, I mean, she still has her cloak from the matron on, so she's tugging up the cloak, kind of keeping herself covered and trying to not be completely seen. Yeah, she'll just say, It's something is not right. Something is wrong. I don't know how to. I just don't know.
Mhm. Settle down.
No, 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 no. You really don't want me to settle down right now?
Alright. Okay, so don't settle down. Fake out. What the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna freak out.
Okay. Freak out into this as she'll take off the starry cloak that's around her, like around her shoulders, and she'll go, I never seen you fucking go out of a place without something, so is it really gonna do it for me? So go and take it.
She'll quickly grab it, throw off the cloak from the matron, and throw on the one that Aaron gave her.
There you go. It's got a very large, like puffy, like shoulder pads with a large hood that's made out of the same like fur of what looks to be like a black wolf. And
Okay.
it goes down in stars and white and blues going from the back.
Brad, clarifying question. Back at the beginning of the campaign, you'd said that Katya couldn't see herself in a mirror, so would it be like whatever is happening to her right now affects her being able to see herself?
Yeah, we'll say yes. Because I already said you were looking in a mirror anyway, and I don't want to go back on that.
Right. So she's God, I'm trying to figure out how I would want to respond. She's just gonna have throw on the rope, and then she's probably gonna like face plant into the bed and just start screaming into pillows.
Okay. Apparently it's getting into pillows now.
Is this loud enough to be heard outside the room?
If it's in the pillows,
You'd be
it's
surprised how
true.
loud a scream into a pillow could be.
True.
Anybody with a passive perception of 14 or higher can hear the scream.
What is it? I have a 14.
I'm gonna assume I'm not back yet.
Okay, you're not. Well, no, you should be back. She went shopping too.
Okay, because I have a 15, so yeah, then I would
Mhm.
probably hear it. And yeah, heading over there.
Footsteps.
Sorry, did Althea say she does or doesn't?
Althea does hear it, so running
Both of
footsteps
you
and
kind
then
of, both of you kind of meet up outside the door.
Althea just looks at Briar and then kicks the door down.
Briar had her hand up to
Oh.
let boys
Althea,
knock.
give me an athletics check.
I think Ari's there too.
Yeah.
Just so you know, she was like about to knock, and then she did that because that's her thing.
Althea
Or-
tries to kick the door down.
Okay,
Thump.
then Briar stares at you a second and then knocks.
Ari's standing right there next to you guys. Let's try.
I love the comedic effect here. Like, let's just,
That's what you get for trying to kick down a door in heels.
yeah.
Katya will get up from the door or get up from the bed, and she'll get close enough to the door that she could say, I'm sorry, but the person you're looking for is not available. You may leave a message at the door.
You hear an audible beep from inside of the door.
Are you okay?
Again, the person you're looking for.
Arena, as you see Katya get up from the bed and go walking across, she leaves a trail of hair.
No!
As you get to the door and open it up, you see your hands on the back of the door as you slide it open. Your hands have become thinner, your fingers just a little bit longer, and kind of end your nails in sharp claws.
Oh no!
No, what are you doing to me? What are you doing?
Oh no. But through the door, Briar just says, "Are you okay?"
Do we recognize that it's Arabella or Katya?
You don't. She's
She didn't
not
open the
stuck
door.
herself out all the way through the door, so you don't see her or anything. No,
Oh,
she
we
I
don't
didn't
see
think
her
she had
yet.
opened
normal.
it.
Okay.
I thought
Yeah.
she was just talking through it. But
Okay. This is a bit more than I was expecting.
Are you injured? Are you being assaulted?
The fuck are you doing? What the fuck is that?
okay, I think we should come in. Is the door unlocked or is it locked?
It's locked.
Okay. So she tries the
Not
door.
for
and-
long.
Ari's coming
slams
through.
in. It's not locked.
She just goes and she jumps under the covers of the bed after seeing there's even more change to herself.
A nat 20?
Oh my god!
The door fully comes off the hinges.
Slams
Oh,
into
okay.
Arena across the room.
Crunch.
Oh no, she's a Nosferatu. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a kink for it somewhere.
You know. So now that we're in the room, do we recognize Katya?
She's under the
Says she's
covers
hiding
fully.
under the covers.
But you come in, you see the hair on the floor, and all you see is the shape fully underneath the covers, and Arena just kind of standing there.
Yeah, just kind of like, oh, cool. It's
Katya,
Um,
what's going on?
I don't know. But then she goes, "Oh wait, Briar, Althea, I forgot to tell you guys. Well, no, I didn't forget. You guys are drunk. I told Strahd to fuck off. I don't follow Strahd anymore.
okay.
Yeah, I told Strahd to fuck off. And I don't follow the matron anymore, so.
What?
Oh. Okay.
you forsook your patron and your goddess?
In the same night.
Yes.
Briar very tentatively comes over to the bed. Can I see you?
No, thank you.
Are you dying?
Maybe.
I think
Althea looks at Ari. Do you have any ideas?
all I know is if everybody else leaves, could I mean I am trained in healing, but I know you're a vampire and it's a little different.
I think that you guys will see a hand stick out from under the blanket, and it's just got a ring. She put a ring in her palm, and she goes, "Can you give this back to Joyblade? I'm so sorry that I'm gonna die before he gets back."
Briar takes the ring and says, "I'll give it back to you when you come to your senses." But and congratulations. Let me see. And I'd like to examine her hand.
Anybody, actually, everybody here can see her hand stuck out and see the change to it.
Brad, you've got
all
a
of you-
reverb on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I must have bumped the button. Sorry. All of you can see her hand as it sticks out to see that it's changed. All of you give me a religion check, DC 20.
Mm.
Can
Okay,
I
it's
do
not
a
bad.
religion check on myself?
Sure.
Briar's not trained in religion.
All right.
Okay, so I feel on
Oh!
Wow.
Arena! No!
My dog's sick.
Ari, by the way, who did you give an inspiration point to? Or action point?
Oh, who needs one?
I do.
You got it.
That seems fair.
If only I had had it a second to go for that role.
Brad?
None of you have any recollection of what this might be.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Are we allowed to use riddle points on other people?
No.
Okay.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Well, that was Briar. That was her
Oh,
tentative.
yeah, sorry,
voice.
sorry.
That's okay. She's gonna very carefully slide under the blankets to not reveal what Katya looks like to everybody. So, and she's gonna try. Let me try something here, okay? I don't know. She
Attempt greater
tries that.
restoration on her. It has no effect. You feel the spell doesn't take hold, so you don't lose the slot either.
Okay. Well,
So this
she
is
she
not.
sighs.
You get the feeling as you hit with this, you feel the spell working. This is a kind of curse, but it's so much higher tier than anything you've ever dealt with. This is something in the grades of when the Baba Yaga's really pissed at somebody.
Okay, that at least tells me something.
Yeah.
So yeah, Briar like puts her hand on Katya under the blankets and does her prayer, and then. Did you feel that it almost worked? I think I think we need someone a lot more powerful than me, but they might be able to help you.
Joyblade is looking right now at getting information to help me, but I don't. This is far greater than what he was looking into.
I can
Can I
send
just stay under the blanket and cry?
if you want to do that. Yeah. Well, if you want to be alone, I think you're allowed. I mean, I'll leave you alone. I'll send a. Do you want me to send an update to Joyblade? I can send a animal messenger.
Yeah, I don't want him to be freaked out when he comes back and his fiance is a fucking ugly beast.
Okay. So she's gonna send an animal messenger to hopefully find Joyblade.
Okay. You get that
Let me
sent off.
read what level I need to cast that at. Just like I know he's not responding or anything right now, but then he might know what he's looking for.
Cool.
Okay. And,
Anybody else?
yeah. Briar's gonna leave the room like as she requested.
Ari leaves the room, finds the innkeeper, and hands him a few gold coins. I hope this will take care of the door. I sort of got a little carried away. Friend was screaming. I don't know why.
Yeah, looks down at the 3 gold coins you've dropped down and goes, yeah, that'll do. Arena?
Arena, seeing that she was the first person, goes, trust me, lass, if it's going to be coming down to this point, you may actually fit in a little bit better when we're dealing with the undead.
Yeah. Arena, did you get a room? I feel like I need a new room where I don't have to worry about someone walking in now that I don't have a door.
I mean, yeah, you can take whatever room I had. I'll sleep outside. It's fine.
Yeah. When she gets up, she takes the entire blanket with her to cover herself.
Right, completely wrapped up in it.
Yep.
Rosie, I sent you what the robe of the cloak of the first snow does, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. So, But she'll look at that and go, there you go. Now you got one of the last things that I have left from the previous time. She could probably use a little bit more cover than I could.
Thank you. You truly are an amazing friend.
I'll do what I can. Don't count me out yet. I haven't gotten back my dad. No, I'll go ahead and just leave and fucking kill everyone on my way out. That's a joke.
Althea, where do you head off to as you slip out?
Althea's heading back to her room. I did have a question.
Mhm.
Althea can grow her hair at will, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
That was your mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she cast a spell on you because she didn't like your hair.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, she's headed back to her room to finish packing up and preparing for our imminent departure.
Okay. Pyzeros is out at the moment doing something across town. As you come back in there and you're checking on your stuff, making sure you've got everything you need, you hear a knock at the door. Barui, are you here?
Her face kind of lights up a little bit, and she throws the door open. Like, no guard whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Throw it open. There's your father standing there.
She wraps him up in a very tight hug.
Oh, Barui, we saw each other just a few days ago. How are you? What did you need me to come for? Is there something wrong? Are you coming home? Do you want to come home? You can come home. We can go right now.
No. There's actually a couple of things.
Are you sure? Blink twice if you're being held against your will. He like stares really close at your eyes.
She flutters her eyes as fast as she can. Like, several times past two.
Yeah.
Father, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. More imminently, one of my friends has, seemingly become unwell. I don't really know too much about it. This is literally just developed. And I want to give her something.
Tatsu said, okay. Do I need to go buy something? Is that what this is?
Well, I don't know if
do you
we
need money?
No.
If you need money, I'm happy to give you some money.
I do not need money.
Oh, here, take some of this. And he starts just putting jewels in your hand.
She just kind of takes it. Father, I want to give my friend hair.
He looks kind of confused now. Okay.
Her hair fell out. I don't know if maybe you can help it grow back, or if you can't, maybe you can help mine grow and I can cut some of mine off to make into a wig.
Says, okay. I feel I'm missing some context. So first, you tell me what's going on with your friend. Is she under some sort of curse?
Possibly?
You left before I could say that.
I don't know.
Okay, has she recently gone into any tombs and or forsaken any gods?
She forsook her patron Strahd and her goddess in the same night.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, some deities don't like it when you forsake them and you don't already believe in another deity. Loth is a perfect example of this. Anytime a drow forsakes Loth and they're not already, if they still don't have a different deity's love in their hearts, Loth turns him into a drider. Kind of sounds like your friend might be going through something similar. That's a pretty big deal. I don't know if you can get rid of that anything short of a wish or the intervention of another god.
Well, then I just want to make her feel better.
Goes, Okay. And he like gestures over to you. We have a seat, Barui.
She sits.
You sit down, and your father begins to cast some magic. Your father's more in the bard category, but he does know some tricks here and there. And you feel your hair growing out, and he goes, sit here. Maybe we're gonna trim up. Maybe we do a little bit of styling to your hair too. You know, something fashionable. Maybe make it bouncy.
Absolutely.
And Father does you feel the swirls of magic around. A very comforting thing of almost his hands never touch you, but you feel the tendrils of his magic that just kind of wash across you. And a moment later, your hair has grown out very long, then cut back off, and a little stylish touch by your father. And then he presents you with a wig made of your own hair.
Thank you. Now,
Of course.
on to the main reason why I asked you here. You remember that prophecy?
Prophecy that you were under. That prophecy is already done.
Did I tell you the rest of the stanzas I found?
You see, he pales.
I take it I have not. During my journey, I've found several more stanzas to the same prophecy.
Roll me an insight check. With advantage, because it's your dad.
21.
21, very nice. Your dad is horrified to learn that you know of these other stanzas, and you immediately clocked this was something he did not want you to know.
Althea kind of gets a little scared. Father?
If you don't know it, it doesn't start. If you don't know what it says, then your destiny doesn't come for you. And he like pulls your hands into his and like stares at you. You can just stay as it is. We don't have to go down that route.
I'm not sure that's how prophecies work, Father.
It can be. It can be. We've done a good job so far. It hasn't come yet.
Player,
if we don't,
does like Althea thinking, do prophecies actually work this way?
hard to say.
Hard to say. Okay.
Prophecies are such a nebulous concept to begin with. Because there are self-fulfilling prophecies. There are the prophecies that if you try to avoid, they come about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to know anything for certain.
Right. So, her dad's freaking out.
Yeah. I made your mother promise me, and I called in a favor, and I got the prophecy scattered and broken so that it couldn't be put together. If it can't be put together, it's not a prophecy because it's not together. So I need you to not go looking for any more pieces of it.
That's the problem, Father. I wasn't looking for them when I found them.
Well, just don't look for them anymore. You can do that, right?
Father, they've popped up where I go. These are things I must do, you know this, and they are coming into my path directly. I know the first 3 stanzas.
And you've only got one left.
Only 1? I thought there were 5.
You should have all but 1, I believe. And roll 20 keeps screwing up on.
I have air above and soil below what comes as a child of snow. Born between the seasons of spring and fall, she decides the fate to fade large and small. When her blades defy destiny, her soul will sing the melody, If she holds a heart that seeks what right, then she will gift glorious night. So I guess that
that's
is
4.
4. Okay. My bad. So yeah, she only has 1 left.
I'll say on that 21, you sit there. He says you tell your dad you have 4, and he says there's only 1 left, and you just kind of see it, and you know he's got the last piece. That was part of it. Was he holds the last part?
Oh no. Oh, Father. You can't protect me forever.
How about for another 50 years? God, that'll work, right? In another 50 years, maybe in another 50 years, you won't care about this prophecy anymore. You'll change your mind. You could change your mind. What if I get you a pony? Will you stop asking about the prophecy if I get you a pony? You always wanted one of those, right? I'll get you a pony.
Ah.
Please don't
she
ask me.
chuckles.
You know I can't tell you no. Please. And he closes his eyes tightly.
She hugs him extremely close and says, I won't ask you right now. Let's go see my friend.
Okay. 2 of you head out. Just a little bit of tracking that you go head over to Arena's room where Katya is now.
Althea gently knocks on the door this time.
I want to say that Katya is probably like turned the room into a bit of like a worship center, and she's like praying to anything that. Oh God! Oh no!
Oh no!
I was gonna say that she was praying to like literally anything, but then I was like, wait, no, she's gonna pray to Joyblade's dad, and then it'll probably also become a. If there's anybody out there listening that can help me, please fucking do it. When she knocks, she'll just go, oh, are you here to help me? Are you gonna change me? Who is it?
It's Althea, and I think I have some help.
She opens the door immediately, but she's still wrapped in the blanket, and you'll just see her eyes.
Just this little, from the darkness, these little glowing red eyes.
Can we come in?
Yes.
Hello, Miss Arabella. It's good to see you again.
It's Katya now, but yes, good to see you as well.
Katya, yes, my apologies. I wasn't aware you had changed your nom de guerre. Let's see. Dear Barui tells me that you forsook your patron and your goddess in the same night.
Yep, I am brilliant like that.
He goes, he kind of nods his head, he goes, yes, that is impressive, I should say. So I believe I know what's happened. You know, and he kind of explains the drow drider thing that has to do with Loth. So I feel you're under a similar effect as that. I'm afraid anything short of a wish is not going to be able to undo it. But good news, if you bind yourself to some other deity, it is possible that they will be able to undo that, or at least reduce some things. Well, and other good news, fantastic news, you might say, my daughter has a gift for you.
Althea has been holding this gift behind her back this entire time.
Okay, what's the gift?
Well, first you have to come out of the blanket.
Then I think I'll turn down the gift.
This is not a gift you can turn down.
Are you sure?
If you don't come out of the blanket, how am I to expect you to be able to defend yourself?
Miss Katya, I am king of the unseelie. I assure you, I have seen all manner of ghouls, ghast, blobkins, and other things you might be able to find. That's nothing you have under there, something I have not seen before.
And before the father shrieks.
She will just uncover her head. She'll keep covering everything else, though.
Okay.
Shit! Oh, sorry.
I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it was
Oh, you-
coming. I knew it was
And
I
coming.
did too.
An unadulterated.
Althea walks forward slowly and says, "It may not be your color, but it might mean something." And she'll keep your eyes locked, pass her hands around, like, behind you, trying to keep it out of your view, and slip it onto your head, the wig of her own hair.
I turn to look in the mirror and feign a smile.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
Amazing. I love the color pink so much.
I said I knew it wasn't your color.
You know, it's something. Thank you. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, I need to pray to a couple gods.
Althea nods. She's a little disheartened. And, did you see where Briar went?
No, I stayed under the blanket.
I see. Oh. Give your uncle a hug?
What?
You heard me. If I'm your sister, my dad is your uncle.
Oh my god, you gotta be careful with your words because I'm sitting here thinking of my actual uncle who's a fucking bastard.
I did too.
Wait, I have a niece?
Yes, father.
Darling, I don't think that's the way that works.
Wait, no. Oh no.
You
Unless you are adopting this beautiful young lady as your daughter.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no,
had
that
some
doesn't work
player
either.
logic.
Then she'd be my grandchild.
I had some player
Yeah.
logic fault there.
I
Oh
know
man.
they're good at saying this, but she was just gonna go. There is no way that I can be adopted to be her sister or her daughter. That would not be right, considering nothing. Considering nothing.
I want the king to roll insight on that.
All right. He gets +8 to insight. It's 18. I believe Katya would have to roll me a deception. Advantage because Althea is also trying to hide that fact out too.
Oh no!
17 does not do it.
But if you had
Oh, is this why you had such a problem with being arranged to marry Pyzeros? Darling, if you had told us that you had that inclination, we would have made a better match.
Father, well, this was among the reasons. That is not it, no.
Oh. Were you afraid to tell me? You could tell me anything. How many times have I told you to tell me
If I
anything?
remember correctly, you said that if you found out anyone had, what was it, violated your daughter? What did you say you would do to them?
Violated? I thought you just kissed her.
Oh,
no.
Althea turns beet red.
Oh, no. Goodbye,
Katya
Katya.
Katya just whispers under her breath.
As Katya gets cursed a third time.
Rosie, I hope you have a backup character ready.
I made this so bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
The last time I was here
You
in the
need
mortal
guilty
realm, I
gab.
clearly asked you if you had any romantic feelings about anybody, and you told me no. You lied to me on Father's Day.
I did not lie to you. And I certainly did not lie to you on Father's Day.
Oh, so you slept with her without having any feelings for it?
I was drinking something.
It was out of spite.
He faints.
Can she catch him?
Give me an acrobatics check, 13.
No, she does not catch him.
You go to catch him, he falls forward instead of backwards, lands on his face.
Oh no. Oh man.
He's probably landed like near where Katya is, and she just looks at him and then looks up at the Althea and goes, "You know, your dad was really pretty clueless. You didn't have to
I
give him all the information."
Shush. She's gonna try and pick him up and drag him back to her room.
Hey, do you think your dad would mind if I had a drink?
What? If you ask him first.
I'll keep that in mind.
I assure you, you do not want to get on his bad side. Especially not today.
I didn't have to get on his bad side when you gave him all the detail.
Althea's dragging him out of the room.
Yeah, drag him out, feet dragging across the floor.
For what it's worth, Briar actually did want to talk to Althea, but I was just trying to, and Althea asked where Briar is, so she might be like out in the hall.
Yeah, Briar, you're over there knocking on the door to Althea's room, and when she just comes from down the hall dragging her unconscious father.
What happened?
Briar, I think I gave him a heart attack.
Okay. I have no. Yeah, maybe. I guess I will take a look at it.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Archfey medicine check.
Archfey medicine.
I don't know.
20. He's fine. You feel the pulse. His heart rate is normal. Blood pressure feels a little high. You know, he just had a fainting spell.
Okay, I think he's gonna be okay. Let's get him somewhere comfortable.
Onto the bed.
Is Paizeros here?
No, he's out running errands.
Oh, good. I wanted to talk to you about him a little bit. I wanted to do that before I went into my room because I have a feeling Grimmsnarl is gonna want me to stay in there with him.
Grimmsnarl has actually already left after you said your goodbyes earlier. He's headed out, told you he's on his way to the Margrave.
All right, never mind then. Is he fighting in the army too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She would be careful. But okay, good. Yeah, I had something I wanted to talk to you about that. Here. After we get your father set up and he's not awake yet, hopefully, Briar will open up her greenhouse.
Althea lays her father on the bed and places a cool, damp rag on his forehead.
Yeah, Briar would have helped you with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, these flowers, these bees, the honey made from these flowers, if you come in there and let her point out the purple flowers, Hello.
Hello?
Okay. So assuming you let her, follow her, she points out these purple flowers, and she has some little jars of purple honey.
Right.
I don't. I know you said you hopefully aren't planning to kill Paizeros, but I have an alternative for you if you feel like you want some freedom. This will put someone into a slumber. This honey. And it's permanent. So I wanted to give it to you just in case.
Is there a cure?
I don't know. Brad, do I know if there's a cure?
There was the cure because the part of that Margrave quest was you found that girl who had been afflicted by it,
We
and you
never got
saved
her
her.
out of there.
You
That
guys
was
did it, but normally you can get her out of there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
There
imagine
is a
Priscilla
cure.
would
It's
take that.
has to do. I forget what the exactly it is, but there is one.
There is a cure, but you really should only use it if you feel like you have to. Okay? This is just if things get really bad. So you have something.
Althea will ask for 2 vials.
Why 2? Well, it's honey, it's jars, but yeah. Why 2?
I think I'll keep that a secret for now.
She is looking really uncertain here. I'm gonna try to. Insight 17. Yeah.
21 on deception.
You got nothing.
Okay. I would really rather know what you're planning if I'm giving you something that can put someone in an eternal slumber.
Well, 1 for Paizeros, and 1 for utility.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I do trust you, she says. But do you have somewhere to keep these where no one will get into them, or do you need me to keep them in here for you for now?
I was just gonna keep a single, 2 single doses in my pack.
Okay, you just gotta make sure nobody gets in there, gets curious, decides to taste it.
I understand.
All right. Then I'll give it to you.
She takes them and pockets them.
All right. And she will close up her shop.
Oh.
Is your father okay?
On your way out, you can hear him kind of grumbling to himself as he's kind of moving and his eyes reflecting. Oh, my head. Oh, but really, I'm having the most horrendous nightmare.
I am quite sure of it, Father. You seemed to have fainted during our conversation.
How embarrassing.
It is all right. I understand that the appearance of my friend can be quite troubling at the moment.
Hey.
All right. Briar, like from a few feet back, are you all right? She asks him.
Oh, yes, thank you, Miss Breyer. Yes, we've met a few times. I'm quite all right. Bit of a spell there, but it's mortal air. It's get weird, and the temperature here is quite ridiculous compared to the winter courts.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'll leave you two alone.
Actually, Briar,
Yeah.
just stay for a moment.
Okay. She will come a little closer, like approach the two of you. Like she was further away because she was thinking she was leaving. But, yeah.
She looks at her father and says, I upheld my promise. You know
which
what I
promise?
must. You know what I must ask you.
Please don't. Please don't. He like won't look at you.
She sits next to him and like holds his face gently to return his gaze to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she does not hide that this is a quite scary question for her to ask. She's aware of the weight of this question. She takes a deep breath and squeezes his shoulder and says, "Father, will you please tell me the final stanza of the prophecy?"
He takes a shuddering breath. If all she wants is vengeance regardless, then she will bring eternal darkness.
If all she wants is vengeance regardless, what?
Then she will bring eternal darkness. I also put it in Discord.
That
Althea hugs her father tightly.
I'm confused.
What do you think it all means, Father?
Sometime soon, my dearest daughter, you will have to make a choice. And depending on this choice, the lives of nearly all Fae will be affected.
Briar kind of looks over at Althea and then back at her father and says, "She is not a vengeful person. If that's any comfort, I know that she is one of the kindest people I know."
See, he goes, time will tell. Roll me one more insight off there.
Okay. Advantage or disadvantage while she's hugging the shit out of him?
Normal.
Normal. 11.
11.
Double 11s.
Double 11s. Nothing more out of it. He hugs you tight, kisses you on the forehead, goes, I think I must take my leave now, daughter.
I love you very much.
See, he hugs you a bit tighter again. He goes, no matter what happens, no matter what, you are my daughter and I love you. Promise me you will remember this.
I will remember it, no matter what.
Yeah. Gives a quick little formal bow to you, Briar. And then a bridgeway appears in the wall and he steps through it.
What?
Has Briar heard the
Doesn't
rest
even
of the
want
prophecy,
vengeance
or
from.
has Althea
No,
effectively
she has
kept it a
never
secret?
been told about this. Nobody has ever told her about a prophecy.
I don't think Althea's told anyone about this prophecy.
No, Saya knew about it,
Oh,
but
okay.
Briar didn't.
If Saya knew, the
Briar-
Joyblade knew. So,
Yeah, Briar kind of frowns and says, what, has something bad happened to you that would make you want vengeance?"
Briar, you were not here yet, I don't believe. But Althea goes on to explain the prophecy, and how she found all of the parts.
Okay.
And I'll send
I
you
still have that same question after we look at the whole thing.
I'm gonna send it in general.
Okay. Like something you might feel vengeful about. Is there something?
I don't know. Not yet. I don't know what the...
That's what worries me.
I mean, one
Because
could
if
say
there
that
isn't,
we're seeking vengeance now for Avon. Are we not?
I don't think we are. I thought we were rescuing him.
But what if
But
he's dead?
no, you'd know if you want vengeance. I'm worried that it means something bad is going to happen.
In the
you.
famous words of my father, only time will tell.
But yeah. I'm here anyway. I think out of everybody, I trust you the most. I mean, I don't distrust. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that murder earlier, but I just wanted to tell you that.
Briar,
I do think you're a good person.
and you. I have come to view all of you in our little group as siblings.
She smiles.
Even Katya. And then she shudders.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then we will proceed on.
Yes, I think that is the end of that scene. Oh boy!
I want to run one more thing as soon as he gets back because I need to. I seriously came in today being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like get her a whole new look, get rid of the whole blood sister thing, and
You know
God.
better than to come into one of Brad's games with a plan. You know
what?
better.
I keep trying. I have only have one plan that has ever worked out, and that was the episode where she was going off against Odessa.
Oh yeah. God, that feels like it was so long ago too.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that a lot of my not worked out, so yeah.
Well, on the topic of long and far away, I have my character figured out for next campaign.
Okay.
Awesome.
Finally.
What do you mean finally? It's still early.
Kidding.
Compared to the rest of you, it's been a while.
I actually made a character sheet and I haven't really like put in any detailed background yet at all.
Oh, I've got a whole backstory written, like a big
I do
one.
not have any of that yet.
I have my character figured out. I got her story figured out. Now I just need to have like art done because I have a very specific look for her in mind.
I don't
I've given you some good ideas.
I don't remember if I picked her class just yet, but
Clearly do things in a different order. Because that's the first thing I always figure out.
Yeah.
See, normally I do the backstory, and then I pick a class and subclass as appropriate to the backstory.
Nope. I pick the class, and then I figure out what would fit that, and then make things make sense for a certain way that I think will be fun. Yeah.
Well, you know, I've struggled to pick my class. If it hadn't been for you, Angie, I don't know if I would have been able to choose something that I would have been like fully into.
I talked you into being a ill rigger?
No, we're talking about the next characters.
Okay. I forgot what you're gonna be.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Sorry, she might change her mind by the time we get around to it.
True.
Okay, Brad,
No.
I have one thing I want to run.
Okay. Go for it.
After Althea and like her dad leaves, even though she's like dragging him out,
Mhm.
she does want to go back to praying, and she wants to specifically try to reach out to Joyblade's dad.
Okay.
Was his name Balthazar or was it something else?
Balthazar.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was. So yeah, she's kneeling on the floor with some candles, and she just goes, Balthazar, I know your son is out there looking for ways that he could help me, but circumstances have changed. I am willing to give myself to follow you if you can hear me, or if you can help, please. I don't normally say please, but now I'm saying like pretty please.
Roll me a religion check.
Okay. I will use my point.
It's a good idea. Didn't need it.
25.
That's good.
Is
You have
Arena still
experience-
present?
No,
Okay.
she went outside.
25 religion check. You have experience praying to a god or a deity, I should say, and getting a response back. So it's not like you're someone who's not experienced enough in these, know how to kind of do this and how to go about it. You send off your prayers and you reach out, trying to connect to something in that ether, in that divinity space, and trail along with it, trying to seek out this bit of familiarity with how familiar you are with Joyblade, and you start to feel a connection to something. I think you've kind of found that point to reach out to seek an audience. Something's blocking you. You feel it as you like hit and you like come to a stop. You can't go any further. Do you want to press through?
Yes.
I don't know why I ask.
I know, you already know that when you tell me, like, are you sure you want to do this? I go through with it.
Oh yeah, sometimes I gotta make sure you know it was your choice, though. You press through, the candles you have lit in a circle around you all turn blue. You're not quite breath. You don't breathe in a normal sense, but air does kind of pass through your mouth when you speak. That's how sound travels still. So you see that bit of your breath starting to mist around you. And then simultaneously, you're somewhere else, and someone is also in front of you here. You see Lady Stormrun. Well, well, well. Oh my God. Is that you, Lady Arabella?
I go by Katya now.
Oh, I'd change my name if I had a makeover like that, too.
God, do I want to say words, but I am trying not to at this moment. She's just gonna kind of look at her spitefully and go, "What are you doing here?"
What am I doing here? Darling, you reached out to me. And she holds up her hand. You see a glimmering ring shrouded in frost on her hand. Something that belongs to me.
You bitch.
Sticks and stones, love.
It's not yours. Let him go.
Let him go. Honey, this is the key to everything. Why would I listen to you? You look like you're on your last legs.
Honestly, I cannot say that you are wrong because I feel like I am on my last days. That ring you have on your finger may be the key to everything, but it is a key that you are going to lose.
I very much doubt that. I've had it in my possession for near a decade now, and not anyone has seen fit to come take it from me. Little Balthazar knows exactly who's in charge, and she just kind of pets the ring. You've seen the process firsthand, haven't you? My winter warriors, as the papers are so fond of calling them. I heard they gave you and your friends a right bit of trouble.
Yes, but don't count on it staying that way for long.
Tell me, how is your little friend of mine, the one who got away? Dr. Drum does ask about him every now and then.
I see it not fit for either of you to know how he is doing. It's none of your business.
Mhm. Well, you say it's none of my business, and yet I just received the most interesting letter from a vampire who I had dealings with in the past, who bought out your debt to me, and then just told me I could take it back.
Yes, I
So
am aware of this as well.
I suppose I should thank you for that. I got paid twice for the same favor now.
Will you enjoy that? Because I have no intentions on seeing that through. If I could break a deal with Strahd, I think I can overpower your little agreement that we made.
Yes, and you broke an agreement with Strahd to such wonderful effect, I can see.
Oh, Strahd's just throwing a temper tantrum.
So tell me then, what is it you want out of little Balthazar? I'd offer you a place to come work with me, but, you know, you don't seem like the type to keep her word anymore.
I have no desire to come and work for a bitch like you, honestly. I was trying to reach out to Balthazar because there's. Oh, she's trying to decide if she wants to be fully honest about it. Balthazar has a connection to the party, and mm, yeah, there's just a connection, and I was looking to get to
All
speak with
right.
him.
You're gonna have to roll me deception. I'm gonna roll her insight. She's got +6, so that gives her 12.
Come on, dice gods, work in my favor. Fuck.
A connection, you say? She like snaps back to the ring. Oh, you clever little being. Sought a back door to speak to someone, didn't you? But we'll have to close that. Thank you, Katya. I'll have to send you a gift basket for this. And you feel it close up.
She just screams, I'll fucking kill you. Mm. If there's any god in particular that could possibly hear me, please come and help me. I will offer myself to be a follower, you know, just saying.
Wow. I think he
Well,
just placed
Ari hears
Ari.
all that.
Katya never planned to be amongst the party members that would pray to Ari, but she is finding herself in a very desperate spot.
Well, after a little while, I think Ari would show up. Like, Were you intending on calling for me?
Yes.
Uh, what can I do? How can I help?
As I said in my prayer, I will be a follower of you if you can help with this. And she'll like shed the blanket and show him how she looks.
Are you wearing the pink wig?
Yes. She'll take off the wig too to give him the full.
No, don't take off the wig.
She's gonna put it back on.
They worked very hard to get you that wig.
She's gonna put it back on, but right now she is trying to pray to the only other god that she knows to reach out to.
I don't know how to help you beyond how I would normally help you. You do notice that he's startled a little bit by your appearance. I'll have to figure this out. I don't think I've ever had anyone actually try to be my follower. That just we're gonna have to have a lot of talking about this, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of thinking and stuff and meditation.
Brad, I don't like that I
Wow.
can see you messing with my sheet at this moment. It's making me nervous.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, says the DM
Wow.
mischievously.
Jeez. I cannot believe that literally happened where it's like, don't worry about it. It's like, what? Oh no.
That had the same energy as I'm walking.
It's just, you don't see nothing.
I mean, if not a follower, like I don't know. I tried to reach out to Balthazar, Joyblade's dad, and that didn't exactly work out. Wait, what do you think? Do you think the Baba Yaga could help? What if I pray to the Baba Yaga?
I mean, I'm not as thrilled about the Baba Yaga as some of my family and friends are, but it's an improvement.
Okay, I'll do that next. She's like, I'm gonna go through possibilities until something's gotta click.
I'm sure the Paladin Orders would love it if they ever heard that somebody would.
You sure what?
Sorry, that was
I'm
my
sure.
husband.
I'm sure the Paladin Orders would love it to hear that I have a worshiper.
A vampire one at that.
Yeah.
Like, I will be your sword and I will be your shield. Although I don't know if I'm gonna survive the night. I'm gonna figure this out.
Brad, is there anything that I can see about her to like, or figure out that like, there's anything I can do?
Give me either Arcana, Medicine, or Religion.
Okay, well, at least medicine is a wisdom check and not an
No!
intelligence. Oh my god.
God damn it! Anything that
All
could
of your training pertains to killing vampires, not healing them in any way. So you're really just kind of fumbling in the dark here.
Yeah. Wow.
she's just gonna say, Ari, can you bring me Briar now?
You know, that is something I'm sure I can do, and I will head out into the hall and look around for Briar.
Cool. You would find Briar over there with Althea.
Briar, uh, can you come with me? We're gonna go talk to Katya.
Yeah, I tried to help her earlier.
I think she might be
There's a curse
ready.
on her, and I think Strahd is really powerful, and it needs someone just as powerful to undo it.
Actually, all of the clarifications from your different points to that is the Red Matron that did this to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, that's actually the wrong term for her. But yeah, the Blood Goddess did this to her.
Okay, so yeah, Briar will go with Ari to see Katya.
Mhm.
Hi.
Briar, do you think that if I offered myself to become a follower of your grandmother, she would accept me and help me out of this curse?
Briar kind of pauses like she's thinking. Grandmother does not do these things for free.
Briar, off the top of your head, there's a immediate problem there.
Okay.
Your grandmother does not suffer oath breakers.
Oh, shit.
I'm stuck like this.
And
I'm gonna be a monster forever.
she may not accept you having broken your oath, but I know someone else who might.
Who?
Someone who recently tried to poach me from grandmother.
Who?
Althea's father.
Nope.
He tried to poach me. Might be able to fix it.
Can I have a
I
job?
know. This is another thing that Briar didn't know about. For what it's.
Mm-hmm.
Ari, can you just put me out of my misery?
She sits down. Okay. How old are you?
Are you asking like what age was I turned or how old I am? Like, yeah.
How long have you been a vampire?
How long have I been a vampire? I have it in my notes. Hold on.
You know what? It's okay. How long have you been pursuing vengeance?
Brad.
I think your dad's only been dead somewhere in the 5 to 10 year range, if that.
Oh, that's barely anything. Okay.
Yeah, barely anything, especially to a vampire.
Yeah. So she'd
Okay,
show
I'm
that,
thinking.
yeah, she'd say, I'm 110 years old, though, to answer your question. I've been a
Okay,
vampire
I
for
just
80.
my thought was, have you stopped deteriorating?
Briar, give
Does
me
she
a medicine
seem
check.
worse than when I last looked at her?
Yeah, give me a medicine check with an advantage because you've already had one successful check on it.
All right.
Hey, not 20.
All right.
Who
And
do you want to give the point to?
I'll give that to Ari.
I'm good actually.
Okay, Althea. I am Angie. Okay, I thought Rosie already. Oh yeah, she did use it
She
already. I'm
used hers
sorry.
earlier, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Like I can't give it to me.
Nat 20 medicine check. You kind of take a moment to examine her and check things. The transformation appears to have completed itself. She, and while she kind of looks a little emasculated in certain aspects of her, in other parts of her, she looks stronger. Her fangs are more pronounced as you're examining like her jawline, her jaw muscles are more defined. So in some ways she's even stronger like this. It's more like, she's more bestial, so certain aspects of that have been amplified. But she doesn't appear to be in any danger of dying from this transformation.
All right. I don't think you're changing anymore, which means you don't have to jump into something right away. We can look for something that fits you.
I think death would be
Or someone.
quite fitting right now. Please put me out of my misery.
It'll be okay. I'll help you. We'll figure it out, okay?
If we don't figure it out, we put me out of my misery, okay?
We'll figure
I don't
something
think
out.
I'm gonna agree to that.
We will figure something out.
And if not, you just take a spoonful of honey and that'll cure what ails you.
That's true. I can put you out of your misery. And then we'll find a cure and then we'll wake you up when we find 2 cures. A cure for the sleep and okay.
I'm not opposed to
There's
that. I haven't slept in 80 years.
let's like I said, we don't need to do anything hasty. We could just we'll figure out something that suits you. Okay? Or just someone
Okay.
powerful enough to might not have to serve the Baba Yaga. No, I don't think it's a good idea to bring you around to her as an oathbreaker. The fate, she doesn't look kindly on that at all. But
All right. I'm going to move us along so we can get ourselves onto our next section.
yeah, that's fine.
Guys, get everybody gathered up, get all of your gear and stuff put together, and make your way over to the manor where Farah Hidyati is staying. You guys arrive at the sun just coming down to set. You goes, fantastic. Good to see you all here. We are all ready to proceed.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful then. Let's see. Now, the Ghoul Imperium has powerful arcanists, and the closest I can get you towards the Empire without them noticing is a place known as the Pillars of the Underworld. Now, southwest of the Pillars, you'll find a kobold city of Lilifor. You might be able to find more information there about who you're looking for. But in the meantime, we'll take this stone here, and when you break it, it will open a portal to the Witch's Teat Inn, which is on the Great Northern Road, north of Zobek. Now, once you do so, the portal will rain. Very good. Now, once you break it open, the portal will remain open for 1 minute. Exactly. Be sure you get yourself and whoever is coming with you through as fast as possible. It will close on you if you are stuck halfway in between, and then who knows what will happen to you. Whatever happens, you must be sure you do not let any ghouls through the portal. The ones directly in the underworld are a very different breed than what usually comes up to the surface. Do you understand?
Understood.
She begins chanting while holding on to a silvery ankh, and soon a red portal opens up in the room in front of you, and she motions for you guys to go through. You go hopping through the portal, you see a reddish brown river sweeping through a massive white stalactites that touch from the floor of the cavern all the way up. A path snakes its way around the river's edge. And this is the pillars of the underworld.
Ooh, a new map. Let's zoom out so we can see it. This. Oh, there it goes. I was about to say the resolution is unreadable.
It takes a moment for it because it's kind of a big map, so it takes a bit for it to settle in. So you step through the portal and arrive in this area near a reddish brown river that sweeps through these 6 massive white stalactites that connect from floor to ceiling. The river moving rapidly and splashing water onto the ledges around the pool of violently churning water.
Where were we supposed to go in here?
It said something about Lilithor, which
Right, no, I know
is-
that's what she said. Like,
Where exactly to go from there? It's believed to be that the most likely place you might find Avon is the city of Vanderkool, which is the capital of the Imperium.
Yeah, that's where Coral said that he.
Yeah, which is all the way
all the way
kind
in
of
the
up
opposite
left.
direction.
Yeah.
Did she
Yeah,
say
you
we
gotta go
needed to
ways,
go
yeah.
to Lilliford? Or just that we'd be near it?
You would just mostly that you would be near it, and then it would, it's probably the only safe place for you guys. Also, as you guys arrive here, you need to make use of that fancy book you got.
Katya will pull out the book then.
Cool. You pull out the book, flip through it to the pages, begin giving off the chant, and cast a spell on your companions. All of you turn, not physically. It's a very sophisticated glamour. So you haven't actually changed, but for all intents and appearances and smells and everything else that could possibly be imagined, you all appear as ghouls now.
Do they look as dreadful as I do?
They look much more like zombies, so they have kind of bits of decay and stuff going on with them.
That makes her feel a little bit better, honestly.
Mm. Marina feels a little weird like this because from what she's read about Petra, this kind of happened to her a lot due to her skin disease. So it's like feels real weird feeling like this right now.
The reincarnate spell only works if you've been dead less than 10 days. You've been a vampire longer than that, right, Katya?
Oh, much longer.
Yeah, so that won't work. It would have been funny, but oh well. Alright.
Cool.
So where do we go now?
Do we know which way to Vanderkool?
Vaguely, you do have a kind of crude map of the underworld that was provided to you. As you see, as you're sitting there and you're looking at that, kind of discussing, trying to get your bearings and stuff, you can hear someone just kind of whistling, and another person just got there's just voices are carrying with the rushing of the water. You can't make out what they are.
Well, we've got two choices. There's almost always a city downriver. Or we can go in the vague direction that we have been informed that we need to go.
I think we should try to follow the map.
Well, I
That's-
think it isn't so much following the map. It's do we want to go to Lilithor, which we know is a safe spot within the underworld, and establish some relationships there so that it will be a safe spot when we need it. And you can probably tell my bias by how I'm talking about it. Or do you want to go straight towards Vanderkool, which looks like we're going to have to go quite a ways. Apparently, Blinderstall, Marshlight Caverns, Gnawbone, Fleshbrook, Daracon, and then Vendicool.
I just want us to do what takes the least amount of time so we can get back to the Margrave while it still exists.
Well, the least amount of time would be you go up to the pit of all flesh, then proceed up through the vermin-infested tunnels to the docks, and then you go up the Sulphur Sea straight to Vanderpool.
I like that plan. Less people to run into, and therefore less lies to tell.
Also, less time that Avon is in there, too.
Well, then let's get moving.
Coming up over the path, two figures start to make their way over towards you. One bit short, an older-looking kobold with rust-colored scales, as he's kind of chatting away with his companion. His companion is pushing a cart. They look kind of slender, but also fully covered in a robe with the hood drawn all the way up over them.
Hello?
Oh, hello there. Good to see you, fellow travelers. How do you do? My name is Jiro. How are you? How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Fantastic. This is my companion, Satan Fang. Don't mind her. She doesn't like to speak with people most of the time. Tell me, what brings you out here? Where are you off on your way to? I myself am a purveyor of fine goods. If you are looking to sell or trade, I'm on my way to my next stand, as it were. But I could open up quickly if you might like, or if you seem a bit disoriented. Are you all right?
Well, we heard that the city of Vanderkool is quite nice this time of year. We're trying to get there.
Oh, yes, the capital city. Fine place, fine place.
Yes.
Hard to arrive there. They don't accept a whole lot of visitors unless you have particular connections, and so they just don't let anybody in there these days.
Why is that?
Oh, some big hubbub is going on. The war effort up top, the impending alliance with the vampire kind has a bit to do with it. The current emperor's, just kind of paranoid after a whole bunch of people died at that blood wedding that was supposed to take place.
Hmm.
I see.
So it's hard to get in there, but do you know a way in?
It says, if you were willing to do some shopping, while we were discussing things like that, and he steeples his fingers together, I might be willing to brainstorm some ideas.
I would love to do some shopping.
Oh, fantastic! Stated Fang, open up the shop. And she
It's my uncle's money, so I'm definitely happy to spend it.
Throws open the sides of it and slowly clunk, 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 and pops out into a little stall.
Cool.
Welcome to Jiro's Jangling Johns. How may I serve you?
What's he got for sale?
Looking over at it, a lot of just knickknacks and bits and things. He's got some clothes and stuff that are on sale. He does have 2 greater healing potions that are ridiculously priced.
What are they priced at?
100 gold apiece.
Huh.
Done. Althea slaps 2 platinum pieces on the counter and takes the potions.
Platinum is like 5. Is it 10 gold or 5?
I thought it was 100.
No.
I thought it was 100 each tier. Okay.
No, it's actually 10 each tier.
All right. Well, still, she slaps 20 platinum on the counter.
Fantastic. She goes, oh, Okay, there you go. Would you like a receipt, ma'am?
Information will do instead.
She nods over there to where Jiro's still talking with Briar.
Oh yeah. If they have any like good gardening stuff and jars for honey, she will totally stock up on that stuff for her greenhouse.
Yeah, he's got a couple of small little pieces and things you might need for that kind of stuff. Nothing problem there.
Okay.
Katya wants to buy clothes, even if she's buying all of it.
Okay, cool. You buy yourself a couple new sets of clothes. Arena, something over here on the stand catches your eye.
Okay.
An innocuous little key. It doesn't really seem to be anything particular, but it has a faint kind of greenish aura. There's just little wisps that kind of bounce around it, and then inside of the, I don't know what you call it, the place where you hold the key with your thumbs. I'm not sure what the nomenclature actually is for that, but within that there's just these 6 little points that just kind of seem to draw some energy in and just kind of pulsates here in this centerpiece.
How much for the key?
Oh, good eye there, my friend. That right there is a disintegration key. Couldn't possibly let go of that for less than 250.
What does it disintegrate?
Locks?
Okay, Briar will start pulling out money. Like,
I'll take care of it.
you this my uncle gave me tons of money, and you guys keep stopping me from spending it. But all right, if you need some money, let me know.
I'll be alright. I'll take it. I need to go ahead and get someone out of a certain jam in order for me to take them out later on. I could be able just in
I
case
don't
they
think
decide
we
to
really
fuck 'em up.
need it, guys. I really don't think we need it. You just sort of bumping like arena, like back
Or
off, back
maybe
off.
we don't need it.
Not
I-
at that kind of price.
Oh, come on, are you sure? I mean, sure, it's only one use, but I guarantee you this key will get through any lock, magical or not.
Yeah, but key or no key, magic or no magic, it's not. Surely it's not worth 250.
Maybe it's not.
Yeah, all right. Did you have a hard bargain? All right. 225.
100.
Roll me persuasion check.
Boop.
Yes. No. 215.
175.
Guys,
200 even. Final offer.
let me just pay for it.
She looks at Ari.
Yeah, here's 180.
This is... All right, fine. You're twisting my arm and you're robbing me blind, so I'm just going to turn around while you rob me blind and you take this key.
Appreciate it. I'll put in my stuff and I'll give him the 200 or the 180, or he's gonna give the 180. Okay. She'll pocket it and put it right in her leather pouches. Go. I owe you 50 drinks later.
What else does he have for sale?
Let's see if I have any other new things I've got that I want to sell out.
Almost the entire time that Arena has been doing by here, she has not been looking at the group. She's been looking at the way towards Vandercool. She is laser focused right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing he has here for sale is some strange little device that kind of looks like an eyeball but has little mechanical bits sticking out of it that's floating in a jar.
It's the floaty things.
How much?
Oh, that right there. Oh, that's fancy piece of tech I got right there. That right there is 500 gold, and it is an animatronic eye you use that, you could replace one of your own existing eyes, and then it just is perfect. It lets you see better than any normal eye ever could.
So if one of us loses an eye, maybe how will we find you?
Tends to happen if we're undead.
Yes, that's quite true. A lot of undead lose their eyes just naturally, so they replace them with one of these. Doesn't decay. It's quite great.
That's a good point.
500 though, are you sure?
Nobody's missing an eye right now.
For the moment, at least.
Brad?
Yeah.
Althea asked if he was sure about 500.
Oh, I thought you were asking the group. Are we sure about 500? Sorry.
No.
Because 500 gold. And those are hot ticket items. That is the last one I have.
Does somebody actually want to replace their eye with that?
Maybe not now, but it could be helpful later. It's always helpful to have a spare, isn't it?
Arena will kind of look down at Briar, and she'll notice she's also thinking about possibly Avon. Because who knows what could have happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna get it.
Could you let it go for 400?
All right. 400, but only because your friend here has bought every piece of clothing I have for sale.
Hey now, we've bought several other items too.
I get better with medicine. You
Arena, you know how you were trying to help me market some honey?
Oh, that makes a good point. Yeah. She's got this honey. It's good stuff.
Honey? What are we supposed to do with honey?
Well, considering the fact that maybe you want companions around, something like that, because you want to feel how it was back when you're still alive. Honey is a good way for
Aren't
you
they
to bring.
kobolds or are they undead?
He's a kobold. His companion is undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good bit of honey in a while. I suppose I might buy a jar of you. But first, let's finish this sale of this here eye.
You want to take this one, like you said?
What if we did 200 in a jar of honey?
You're going to tell me that a jar of honey is worth 200 gold. You're absolutely mad.
How do I have much of that purple honey? Like I assumed I had a little bit to give like a sample to Althea, but I'm not assuming I have a ton of it. But I guess that's up to Brad.
I think we rolled a check on that before when we were first discussing about it. I think you have at least like 5 jars.
Okay.
Which also could potentially be turned into healing potions, but they also have the risk of putting you to sleep instead of healing you.
Mm-hmm. Like this. I will open up my greenhouse here in the Underworld. Go in and get a jar out. This will put a person into a permanent sleep.
You don't say. He
She
pulls out a
his lucky
little
shop behind
jeweler's eyepiece and he gets a good look at it. All right. 200 gold and 1 jar for the eye, then.
Althea picks up the eye.
So be very careful with it, she says as she hands over the jar.
And Briar, since you wanted to spend money so badly, you can work over the gold too.
I thought that Irina was the one that wanted the eye. I
didn't realize it was Irina wanted it, because Althea wanted it too.
Oh,
just to
Briar
carry.
is the one that didn't want it. Like you're like, you're buying the eye.
She'll like look over at Althea and just go, "It's could be for one of us, but could be for someone in need."
Could just be
I
for someone
am-
who wants to be able to auto succeed on investigation checks.
And I did just give up a jar of my honey, which is kind of worth a lot. For this
Okay,
pie.
all right. Althea forks over 20 platinum.
Okay.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have 20 platinum.
I thought Briar was taking care of this one because she keeps complaining she has so much money.
Okay, like I said, he just
Yes.
gave them a jar worth 200 gold and didn't even want this eye. So
All right, I'll
he was
fork over
not
the 200.
volunteering money for the
I will fork over the 200.
I misunderstood. I did math wrong. I saw 159 and tried to subtract 200 from it instead of 20. I swear I'm sober.
Mhm.
All right.
As we were discussing there, little ghoul, if you need to get into the city, then well, you're gonna need to get yourself some kind of invitation or something. Just so happens, rumor's been going around that the old king is still alive and kicking, and is somewhere in one of the other parts of the underworld. If you could find him, possibly make a deal with him, he could probably get you into the city easy.
And where would someone with fine eyes like myself be able to search discreetly first?
I would tell you to go down to the pit of all flesh. Go find yourself a Darrow.
Aye.
Them guys, they got their fingers into everything. Find one of them, they'll be able to point you right where the old Emperor Tondero is hiding up at.
What about alternatives?
I don't know what you meant about alternatives out of that. Outside of that, you're always try to sneak your way into the city, I guess.
Cool.
Do you
Well,
know
thank you very
any way
much.
into there?
Sorry, as a merchant, I get passes to go into all the cities. So never been something I quite needed.
A
How does
pass, you
one get a
say?
merchant pass? I mean, I do have honey here, but
Well, yeah, but then you'd have to get yourself recognized by the Merchants Guild and get your name added to the list so that you could go through and out the cities and things.
yeah, Irina, weren't you working on that for me?
I was. And technically, I don't have exactly a whole lot of sea down here. But
No.
considering that, well,
Yeah. Well, thank you for your help.
And for your sales.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for shopping here. All right. SF, let's get this thing packed up. We gotta head our way to the next town.
Okay, when they are out of earshot, she will say, "Is that something we can forge?" She's looking at Irina because if anybody knows what it should look like, it would be her.
Would Arena know?
No, you wouldn't know. You'd probably because you're in what's essentially another country. Their documentation and stuff is probably gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
If you saw it and you had one to work with, you might be able to do some forgery to it.
Yeah.
But without understanding all the pieces involved, it's a risky venture.
And she'll espouse that to Brian. Just say, there's 1297s, and you need to go ahead and get this stamped and signed and notarized, and it's a whole
To
big
forge
fucking
something?
no, just the way that things work up top probably ain't the same way it works down here.
Bureaucracy. She shuddered.
Business is fucking usual.
Yeah.
Katya, you're looking like a priest. Barely can see anything now.
I know it is dreadful, but it's better than having to look at myself and see how decrepit I look now.
Oh, that's fine. You'll be able to fit in a whole lot of small spaces now rather than normal.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't he
When
say
we
he was
go
going to the
back-
pit of all flesh?
Yeah.
And that's on the way. What if
That's
we
fucking cool.
escorted him there?
When we get
No,
back,
he didn't say he was going there.
Oh, okay.
He recommended if you go there,
Oh,
that's
who
where you
said?
might be able to find a Darrow.
Well, that's two things leading us towards Vanderkool. And the pit of all flesh is on the way, so... All in favor?
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Listen,
Skinny
Eros,
Katya is sad Katya.
Katya, my mother has a pretty big library. Maybe she would have some information that would figure out a way to cure you.
Is she a
You can take
goddess
a
I
look
can
at it.
follow?
She has a big fucking library.
So she's not a goddess.
Information.
God, it is just information. She's not a goddess that I can offer myself to.
She worships a god of knowledge, you know,
Oh,
which means she might be able to figure out what you could do.
Means that it's also to the point where it's she doesn't have to worry about you being like this.
send your mom a message.
Vampires live a long time. That's a lot of knowledge. Just saying.
I can also take us there anytime, as long as I can find a plant to get us back here.
Good luck.
She's looking for
Yeah,
plants now.
that's the problem.
The only kind of plants you see here are the mushrooms that grow between the stalactites.
It
There's
has
a
to be a
mushroom
pretty
that
big
doesn't count.
mushroom too. I think. Actually, I don't know if a mushroom works or not.
Althea
I-
is leading the
yeah,
group
everybody
towards the
keep
pit
going
of
there.
all flesh.
Uh-huh.
No, I assumed we're all going.
Katya
Okay,
is gonna ask
as an
her for her engagement ring back so she can wear it as a necklace.
sure.
Cool. And I'd like to roll a history check on Darrow to know if they speak Dwarvish or not.
Sure.
Okay.
So if we find a big enough mushroom, would that work?
Possibly.
Okay. I just
Eight-
post
You
with
need
the spell
you need to find a pretty big mushroom.
Yeah.
18 history.
18 history. Take a look at my notes on Darrow real fast.
Is the underworld on the same plane of existence?
Yes. Yeah, you're just underground is all.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Onward and upward.
Darrow. Darrow do speak Dwarvish. Very good.
Cool. Fantastic. She'll look at everybody and goes, if it comes down to it, then know that they speak Dwarvish. So they like to haggle and stuff. So it'll be a good time. Let's see what we do.
Okay.
So let's get this done.
That's where are we at?
Does look like there's some pretty darn big mushrooms in the forest of forgetting.
I mean, hey, if you want to go to the forest or forgetting.
I don't think that that's in our itinerary. Just looking at the map.
Mm-hmm. Why did they build this so awkwardly? Okay, just a moment while I set up the map, make sure everything is set correctly on it. things there. And of course, you got to drop all your tokens on there. Need one.
Is Joyblade trailing, or is he gonna catch up later?
Joyblade will catch up later.
Okay. Asking the important questions.
Asking the important question. Just imagine when Jeff gets back on and checks Discord and just sees, the images we post during the game.
Like the
They're
last
always
time he
fun.
missed a game, the game wasn't as unhinged as it usually is. He's gonna come back to this and it's gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
It's been a real hoot this episode.
You guys arrive at the Pit of All Flesh outpost. Bit of a choke point section here, as most ghoul outposts tend to be.
Can you put up a cutout of the token here so I can see it better? If
Put a
not,
cutout of
it's
what?
fine.
I'm sorry, I had flipped over. I didn't see what you said.
The two cards
With
here.
that token. I don't know if they gave me one what that looks like.
If not, it's fine. Like, if you don't have it, don't worry about it.
No, I can't do that, but I can stretch him out for a moment so you get a better idea.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
What you see there is Imperial Ghoul, clad up in armor, looking very officious as you guys head over to here. Cool. Yeah. Two Imperial ghouls stand outside of this one section of buildings. You guys are just coming from the top down, heading your way over here. Gesture you guys over as you come forward. How goes there? State your business,
Greetings.
please.
We're just passing through.
Good. Not here. Are you here to partake anything? Any business to attend to while in town?
I don't believe so. I mean, what was it that Irina said she was looking for?
Looking for a gray skin, looking. What are the words for it?
Like, what is it called?
Darrow. Derro.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those folks had some business to take care of for that, I believe.
Oh, Darrows. Yeah, there's a couple of them. They fight in the arena.
Oh. Have they got any matches going on right now?
I believe there's a couple matches we said to start up here in a short while.
Do you know where we can find a tarot?
It's just that they'd be fighting in the pits. So
That
Yes.
sounds fun.
But where can we find one?
in the pits.
That's not answering the question. Where they're going to be is not where we can find one.
You just asked where we could find them. Sorry to go ahead and play on semantics here, but you literally said where we could find them, and they told us that they'd be fighting in the pits. So you got your answer.
Go somewhere near the pits. Great, let's go.
Cool. And you guys begin making your way out south, looking through areas. You see there are, a couple of buildings set up here. One that looks like it's probably a tavern of some kind with a big door or a sign on the front of it that says Noshings. You see, as you're walking by, there are haunches of flesh from mortal beings that's just hanging in the windows.
Okay.
Oh. I think I'm gonna stick to mushrooms and maybe some bugs. I bet there's that stuff down. Grubs, probably. Yeah, not that.
Probably can need to sell it a little bit if it comes down to it. Did they have any like mice or rats or anything like that?
Oh, that's downright terrifying.
They usually live that far underground, do they? That's why I was thinking like grubs and
Yeah.
mushrooms.
I mean, grubs are fine too. Giant roaches, beetles, anything on those lines.
Brad,
don't
are we
think
gonna
the
run
player
into
would
a
be
bunch
squeamish about
more?
eating that.
I will not eat the bugs.
Really?
A bunch more what, Ashley?
Sorry.
Are we gonna run into a bunch more nightmare fuel like this?
Well, you're in the underworld, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Noted.
Simultaneously.
Briar just gives Ari this completely shocked look, like they're good for you.
Lots of protein.
I will be happy to get back to the surface. And
As out there, as
It's
you come
venison.
over to this part over here next to this putrid green fountain thing, and there are a couple of ghouls hanging about next to their mounts.
Those are mounts?
Oh, that's terrifying.
I told you it's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
It's almost Cronenbergian.
That's... I don't like this. But it's not
Really?
spiders, so Althea's good.
Do not like it, Sam. I do not like that man his hands.
Excuse me. Can you point us to
Who
the
you calling
arena?
to?
Literally anyone.
You see over in the tavern. Where's the tavern? Tavern is 7. Where's 7 at? That's 5. That's 3. That's 8 and 9 over there. Where's the tavern? Weird. 5, 8, 9. Oh. No, that's where the tavern is. Tavern's down here. Cool. So that's where you guys are seeing like things in the windows and stuff. Yeah, call out to that. One of the ghouls sitting over here at the putrid fountain is kind of sits there and looks over at you. What do you want?
Just to know where the arena is, where the fights are.
The arena's he gestures back over there. Down there. Past the labs, you'll find the.
Which direction, Brad?
Oh, sorry. It would be west. It
West.
won't actually be on this map, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Cool. I suppose we're going that way then. Thank you. How dark is it down here?
It's pretty dark. It's not super bad though. There are these sections of green fire that are lit here and there on the posts that are lighting things up, kind of.
So it's pretty dark everywhere except where Briar is.
More or less. It's not only it's pretty dark, and everything that isn't dark is in green light.
Is this circular thing like one of those carnival pony ride things, but with those horrible monsters?
No, it's not. It's just a couple of mounts that have been the 2 mounts are just over here because this is like a weird source of water that would just make all of your druid senses just curdle.
Note to self: time to start preparing purify food and drink. Yeah.
Cool. Did they
Yeah,
motion
Briar, give
this?
me a nature check.
Nature check? Okay.
Yeah. No, they would have motioned like over here towards the alley that goes this way. This way on the way over there.
26.
26. You're glancing at that fountain, that was weird green fountain as you're walking past it, and immediately clock several problems about this. This is some kind of fountain at one point that is now just returned to this putrid mess of rotted flesh, congealed blood, and occasional bones that like slip and creep through it. It just bubbles in this most gross way and just moves like some kind of slick, almost gelatin.
Oh,
You see one of the ghouls just reaches down with a hand, like scoops it up. Oh, that's the
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna move along. Okay. Yeah, not looking anymore. I probably have some water in my greenhouse if we become desperate.
You guys get yourselves out to the arena, the pit of all flesh itself. You see, out here, the sounds and smells of the crowd itself is bad. The flesh coated arena floor smells even worse. Stands themselves are filled with dozens of ghouls, kobold, dwergar, deathcaps, myconids, and other dark folk. Lesser ghouls and some shackled humans walk through the stands carrying baskets of ears, toes, fingers, and other little body parts that you can snack on for the patrons.
Any drow?
There are no drow.
No drow. Cool.
No. The arena floor is coated in this jellied flesh. Occasionally, there's a tentacle or something that wiggles out from around it, and there's a mass of humanoid slaves in various states that go from healthy to absolutely emaciated that do battle in the arena with different creatures. Currently, there's a couple of humans wearing little more than loincloths and with shabby spears trying to fight a Daracool that is riding on a giant beetle.
These aren't fights, they're massacres. Noted. Did we see any of those creatures that we're looking for?
Give me a perception check.
Darrows? A perception check?
do you need me to as well? Or
23.
You want me to use my passive?
23 succeeds. You guys go and find yourself some seats over here in the stands and watch what's going on, getting a look. And Althea, you're watching this massacre that's going on. As you do it, you see the section of the pit that is just a mass of tentacles that's waving around and grabbing things. One of the creatures that's held in the tentacles, almost completely wrapped up, very hard to see, is a figure in armor. And through the armor, you can see the telltale skin and detriments of a Darrow.
Is this tentacle thing involved in the fight, or?
It's more like a hazard of the arena.
Gotcha.
You need to get him out.
Are there any other Darrow? Or is that the only one?
It's the only one you see.
Great. Althea will, flag down either an event host or a guard or someone that looks like they have some authority over the situation. Say, excuse me, can you tell me how the fights work? It's my first time here.
Oh, fights. It's pretty simple stuff. You know, the two groups go in, one group comes out, fight to the death and all that. This is just kind of the warm up round. We send a couple of humans in there to fight for the entertainment of everyone, and then as they get killed, we sell their body parts for food to everybody.
I see, I see. And what does it take to participate in these fights? They look rather entertaining.
Oh, it's simple. You sign a waiver, and then the entry fee is 50 gold per team.
I see. Is there a prize for winning?
Is there a prize for winning? Yeah, the prize for winning, you get your pick of one of the human slaves for your meal tonight.
We should play, says Briar immediately. By the way, she did cast that telepathic bond.
Mhm.
We should all play and win as much as we can so that we can liberate as many people as we can.
He
Because
looks
Fortune
over
comes
at
across
Ari.
the
Your friend over
telepathic
there,
bond.
he's practically vibrating in his chair. He looks like he can't wait to fight.
Yeah. We need I can't just leave these people like this. This is awful. This is over the telepathic bond. Just clarify, Brad. Not
Yeah.
saying I can't believe I forgot about this earlier when I was being careful with my words.
I am
Oh.
so just over the telepathic bond. I am so afraid that I'm just going to totally forget that we're not who we're showing off as, and just ruin everything. Yeah,
We have a way out if we have to, but we should try to not need to use that till after we've found your friend.
Brian,
Raven?
roll me insight.
Okay. Yeah, he's all paladin-y. I'm getting there, sorry.
15.
15?
Through the psychic bond here, you're hearing and watching Ari, and you can feel the barely restrained paladin fury he wants to unleash here. And you can't help but think back to your conversation with Guillaume and his warnings about what might happen if Ari pulled too much without something to filter the energy. And what Ari would do if he started smiting like crazy amidst all of these ghouls and undead.
Althea says to the official, "Perfect. How many people to a team?"
Typically 4 to a team, but you are allowed to 4 at a time, but you are allowed to register rotational members.
Where do we sign up? Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's
Ari?
fantastic. Come with me.
I think you might be in need of a god as much as Katya is. That's over the telepathic. Ari, hello.
I'm just, Brian, this is really difficult for me right now. Really
That's the
difficult
problem.
for me.
You've got to rein it in, or else something bad might happen.
Yeah, like I get us all killed.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
You don't understand. I went and talked to Guillaume. He said without a god to help filter that power, you can end up drawing on too much and cause a lot of damage.
Althea kind of interjects, "Is this really a good time for this conversation?"
Yeah, because I don't want him to go unhinged here. So yes.
You could blow the whole cover if it really comes down to it. So
You guys
Raymond.
head down to the floor area, and begin, checking in with. There's another Imperial ghoul down over there with a big sign. She goes, "All right, sign in. Who will be registering? You have your registration fee?
How much is
Yes.
the fee?
50 gold.
All right, yeah.
Also, real quick before I forget about it, Althea, what do you do with those couple gems your dad gave you?
She held on to them. What were they?
Well, they were gems, but they were gems of a particular value.
What kind of gems are they? And how many?
One is ruby, one is sapphire. You got two. Both are
Sure,
worth
probably.
500 gold, which means they qualify for certain resurrection spells.
Yeah, we should hang on to those.
I think that's. I don't think. Yeah. Noted, Brad. Thank you. She's just gonna hold on to them for now. She's not telling anyone she has them either.
Cool. See, that's okay. And how many people on your team?
5. 6.
5.
See, looking back and forth, huh?
5.
5. All right. It is 4.
We're missing a friend that might join us later, so.
Okay. So, do you want to sign up the 6th one then, as one of your rotations?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just
Okay.
in case he gets here while we're in the middle of this.
Which other one of you will be sitting out of the first round then?
I'll be sitting out.
Big man to be sitting out first round. Good. Okay, you'll make your way down here to the locker rooms. There are spare weapons and stuff in there if you need to make use of them. And of course, part of your registration fee includes amenities inside if you would like to partake.
Can we use our own equipment?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's just, in the event that you don't have equipment, or if yours breaks and you need to replace, there are basic equipment in there that you can use.
Gotcha. And tell me how this rotation works.
Well, basically, you'll go through your round, and then when you come out and you go into your next round, you may rotate one of your rotation members, 1 or 2. You're allowed 4 members to enter. Any 4 of your 6 can go each time. You can swap in and out.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Well, thank you. When is our match?
You got a little while here before this one comes up. So, and he produces the thing, hands you a little placard. It's got like a number 12 on it. We'll call your number when you're up.
One last question, and then I promise we'll leave you alone. I was told that the prize was any of the human slaves. What if we don't want a human slave? What if we want a different slave?
Well, we just call them human slaves. That's a whole selection of mortals that we have available.
I see. It's just that some of us have more refined tastes.
Yeah, well, you can check over there, and he points to a section off from the arena where there's just like cage stables. You can see there are just people in it. Because there's the prize pool. If you want to go take a look and pick out your winnings, should you win, good luck to you on that. You get 1 for each round you win.
What are you looking for, Althea? That's the telepathic link. Yeah.
I was looking for how to get us, how to get our prizes, specifically one of the Darrow first. I don't want us to overdo it trying to free all of these people.
I do.
I don't want us to overdo it trying to free all of these people.
I do.
Sure, we can try and free as many as we can, but I'm not dying in an arena. Briar,
I know we both want to save everyone.
this is their realm. We have to follow their rules.
Bullshit. These are people that are not here willingly. I am
Irina,
not following ghoul rules and leaving people here to be eaten.
Irina just spins directly to you and says in the telepathic bond, then how the fuck are you going to save Avon if you're dead? You're going to
You
be
know
no
what?
use to us if
I
that's
am
the
far more concerned with the Margrave, which you don't seem to care about at all.
Briar, how are we
I'm a
going to
little
save the
tired of
Margrave?
trying to chase after your father while I'm worried if my home is gone and my entire
Briar,
family and his entire
oh,
family. I'm a little sick of hearing about your father.
Briar, this is all for the same purpose. We're going to save the Margrave. We're going to save Avon. But we're not going to do it if we're dead. And if we try too hard to save everybody here, we're gonna die. And
That's the point.
believe me, it's killing me just seeing what's going on here. So yeah.
I'm not leaving these people here.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, I do.
Althea sighs.
If you've got a plan that doesn't get us all killed, and even has a chance, I'm with you. But you're gonna have to convince me of that plan.
I don't know, but at the moment, I'm sorry, Irina, I don't care about your father.
Thanks. I fucking appreciate it. At least you're honest with me. As she walks in.
Katya stays silent and follows Irina, just shaking her head at Briar.
You guys,
Althea follows Arabella and Irina, and she mutters to herself, "It's fucking Saya all over again."
Okay, you know what? I need to log off right now. Good night, guys.
Oh.
that was unfortunate. All right.
I'm gonna mute the stream for a second.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. We're gonna go ahead and end the episode a little bit early tonight. Take care of some things that need to be taken care of. If you like the content, make sure you join the Discord to stay up to date with art announcements and shenanigans. And we will see you next week. We will let you know of any changes that may occur. So, take care, all of you wonderful people, and say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.